Welcome, fellow artists, to Lyricology 101. I still don't have my channel back yet. We're here back with another bar for bar personal breakdown with my man C Will Do. If you guys are interested in getting your song broken down, hit up your boy at Lyricology 101, mail@gmail.com. We could talk about it. But for now, we're going to get right into this. This is some dense lyricism, guys. We got to dive in as fast as possible and just get to the core of this, man. So if you guys are ready, let's roll. Much love to you guys. I hope you're doing well. Let's get it poppin'.
Shit, I'm sick as fuck right now. Metaphorically, you ain't wanna see me. Wait. Oh, you gotta hate it. Oh, you gotta hate it. If I saw a nigga like me too trying to make it, I tell him sit his ass down and just stick to the basics. That's only if I have too much acid in my basics.
All right, so here we go. If you guys don't understand, so we run the flows and rhymes in the same spot. So all the rhyming syllables and words will be highlighted as you see them here, and then any flows or cadences or rhythms or anything like that, we got them kind of bracketed in the gray. All right, so for this one, you got oh, you gotta hate it. Oh, you gotta hate it. If you saw a nigga like me too trying to make it. So we have the cadence matching with gotta hate it, trying to make it, and then we're gonna roll into just stick to the basics, and then acid in my basics. So the main end rhyme is hate it, make it, basics, right? And then he's going to just play around with the internals, right? So in the first couplet, you gotta hate it, which is a 5, that's 5 syllables rhyming. So you gotta hate it matched with two trying to make it, but his rhythm or his flow is bracketed to gotta make it, trying to make it, right? Then he's going to kind of switch the cadence slightly and just move the rhythm very slightly to just stick to the basics, acid in my basics. So let me run it back and we'll cover over the internals as well.
Oh, you gotta hate it. Oh, you gotta hate it. If I saw a nigga like me too trying to make it, I tell him sit his ass down and just stick to the basics. That's only if I have too much acid in my basics.
All right, so right here, we got these internals with nigga, sit is, just stick, and acid in, right? Acid in my basics, right? So he's still matching these. These are aligned, but the cadence is aligned to the end rhyme. So yeah, the internals with the it is sound. And then he's gonna match the ass sound, right? So tell him sit his ass down, just stick to the basics. That's only if I have too much acid in my basics. So he really made it poignant. He made it as loud as he possibly could. So tell him sit his ass down and just stick to the basics. That's only if I have too much acid in my basics. Then he's gonna roll into a new flow, right? And the end rhyme's gonna be better you, better too, with a 3-syllable swing. So never too late to make a better you. No, I'm not better than you, nigga. You can be better too, right? So that 3-syllable swing. Never too, better you, nigga you, or better too. And we'll run and you'll hear it.
Basics. Never too late to make a better you. No, I'm not better than you, nigga, you can be better too.
Ooh, all right, so yeah, never too late to make a better you. And then I don't count repeats. So, you know, he used better and you a couple times. So I didn't count those. So never too late to make a better you. No, I'm not better than you, nigga. You can be better too. Very nice swing. Sounds dope. But what is my man talking about though?
Oh, you gotta hate it. Oh, you gotta hate it. If I saw a nigga like me too trying to make it.
All right, so the concept so far, I'm gonna slightly jump ahead. So you gotta hate it if you saw a nigga like me too trying to make it. So if you were in his perspective, if I saw myself, I would be hating on myself, right? Given the concept coming with this acid bar, I believe he's looking at himself and almost treating the world as a mirror. So, oh, you gotta hate it if you saw a nigga like me too trying to make it, right? Doing the same thing as you. So I feel like I'm the one that's handling business and you're the one that's not handling business. You're like my mirror that can't accomplish my goal. You're like my shadow, right? So when we roll into the acid bar, it'll all come together.
Make it. I tell him sit his ass down and just stick to the basics. That's only if I have too much acid in my basics.
All right, so yeah, we got some plays here. I tell him sit his ass down and stick to the basics. That's only if I have too much acid in my base. So we got to play off of acid, sit, ass, right? So acid and then basics, right? Base. So acid and base. So we do have associations in here and it rolls really well. So what is he talking about though, right? If I have too much acid in my base, then he's saying he's in perhaps a meditative state or a psychedelic state, a higher exalted state, a smarter state than this individual here. So he's got too much acid in his base. He's telling him sit his ass down and stick to the basics. That can be visualized as meditation, right? Sitting down, sticking to the basics, right? What are you? Just a basic nothing, right? Or if you want to just do the simplest street version of it, sit your ass down, stick to the basics. You can't keep up with me. You're not on my level. But I feel like the layer that's inside this is that he's going for a deeper kind of conscious angle on top of what he's saying. So I tell him sit his ass down to stick to the basics. That's only if I have too much acid in my base. It's
never too late to make a better you. No, I'm not better than you, nigga. You can be better too.
Now, once again, it sounds more like a meditative concept, right? It's never too late to make a better you. No, I'm not better than you, nigga. You can be better too, right? So that's like a Christ consciousness kind of thing, right? I'm divine and you can be just as divine as I am, which further plays off of that concept of this other individual being, you know, the hater, acting like a mirror or a shadow to this individual that's on such a high level of status. You feel me? So yeah, never too late to make a better you. I still run off of that mirror concept, right? So, you know, the guy that's hating on him, he can still make a better himself because he's literally looking at the better him, right? Because our artist in general, Will, is in fact the enlightened one. So the individual watching him is stifled by how enlightened this individual is, but he's telling him you can be just like me. So it's like a Christ bar in there, man. So of course we got some layers, man. Let's go.
To make a better you. No, I'm not better than you, nigga. You can be better too. Just give a damn about what's eating at you and where you eating at too. Take audiences back to where rhymes are really stuffed like a pack mule with gems that will rival thoughts of all schools.
All right, so just give a damn about what's eating at you and where you eating at to. Take audiences back to. So the main end rhyme is at you, at to, back to, pack mule, all schools, right? But all schools to me is still swung into how he's running this rhyme scheme. Then we get some internals with rhymes and rival, which is pretty subtle. But yeah, eating at you, where you eating at to, 1, 2, 3, 4, eating at you, 4-syllable swing. And then audiences to me in my ear, flow wise matches with what he does with rhymes are really stuffed like a pack mule with gems that will rival thoughts of all schools, right? He just swings them in the same pocket to me. So take audiences back to what rhymes are really stuffed like a pack mule with gems that will rival all the thoughts of all schools. The rhyme and the syllable count are relatively the same. They're right in the same pocket. So when I run it back, you'll hear it. So yeah, let's go.
Just give a damn about what's eating at you and where you eating at too. Take audiences back to where rhymes are really stuffed like a pack mule with gems that will rival thoughts of all schools.
All right, you feel me? So yeah, we got some rhythm, man. We got some plays on here, but what is my man talking about, though?
Just give a damn about what's eating at you.
So with the previous bar, we still got the hater concept, shadow concept. So give a damn about what's eating at you, what's tearing your spirit up, right? And then we're gonna flip it back on where you're eating at as well. So what could that symbolize? Where are you eating? What are you consuming? What are you taking in? Pause. You know, are you the eating could be the food that you actually really physically consume. The eating could also be representative of the music that they might be listening to. They might just be listening to hater music. That's why they're haters, right? Or just the people that they're around, you know, and they might be absorbing and feeding off of negative energy and they're just regurgitating it back on our enlightened Will do. All right. So, I mean, my man's going there. I like that.
Nigga, you can be better too. Just give a damn about what's eating at you and where you eating at too.
Also, the what's eating at you and where you eating at could be parallel. So what's eating at him could be sensibly what he's eating, which is distorting him.
Eating that too, take audiences back to where rhymes are really stuffed like a pack mule with gems that will rival thoughts of all schools.
All right, so one thing I wanted to talk about in regards to how he writes, I've noticed he's not locked or anchored to the 4 beats of the bar. He's kind of rolling past the bar line, scheme wise and thematically, right? Where you eating at to take audiences back to, bars over, right? When rhymes are really stuff like a pack mule. So he's rolling over into the next line to get his entire idea out. And that's why it kind of looks like this. All right, so the consuming bar, right? Where you eating at to take audiences back to when rhymes are really stuff like a pack mule with gems, right? So those gems could be quality food, right? So we still have associations to the consuming, the eating, the receiving, right? So take audiences back to when rhymes are really stuffed like a pack mule, that original hip hop with gems that would rival thoughts of all schools, right? And the whole concept is simple. I mean, before we had all this internet shit, hip hop was really bringing in new information in ways we never saw before. Nowadays, we're just all doing the same thing. So I feel like he's just calling it all out. You feel me?
Stuffed like a pack mule with gems that will rival thoughts of all schools. You can rap with your style, but just speak with a message. When you choose to criticize me, tell me about me. Don't you dare make it passive aggressive. I'm past the oppressive. My states they want us to stay in to keep us possessive.
All right, so look at this one right here. I like this. This is like a B B A type of rhyme situation, right? So the end rhyme is speak with a message. Then he's gonna roll over to passive aggressive. I'm past the oppressive. Then he's gonna roll back to the original rhyme that he had with keep us possessive. Really good, really good. And that's a 5-syllable swing. But he's anchored to the 2 syllables: a message, aggressive, oppressive, possessive, right? And then anything like I don't really highlight repeats, but when you choose to criticize me, tell me about me, don't you dare make it passive aggressive. So, you know, there's these impacts that kind of accentuate the flow. But to me, I feel like he's anchored flow wise to these 5 syllables: speak with a message, passive aggressive, past the oppressive, keep us possessive. And then some subtle internals, the mind state they want us to stay in to keep us possessive. Sounds really smooth. And then what he's going to do now is roll into these individual 1-syllable rhymes, but with a cadence that sounds like a full rhyme. You know what I'm talking about when we pull it off. So you'll see.
They want us to stay in to keep us possessive. Laughing, I can't do nothing else but enjoy my lungs working as I'm feeling them swell. With everything necessary helping me to excel. And exhale, what's a drag that's bad for my health?
All right, so yeah. Else, swell, sell, hell, health, right? But the cadence sounds like it's a 4-syllable cadence. Wait. Do nothing else. That's a 4. Feeling them swell. Me to excel. Bad for my health. So he's swinging off those 4 syllables. That makes it sound like a bigger rhyme, but it is more so just the flow. The flow sounds better. Now, when we get down here, we're going to get to these internals, right? So everything necessary helping me to excel and exhale. So we got the X sound. And then he's just going to smack you a couple times with the ass sound. Drag, that's bad for my health, right? Really subtle, really dope. My man, he got skills. He got it.
Fools, you can rap with your style, but just speak with a message. When you choose to criticize me, tell me about me. Don't you dare make it passive aggressive.
You see how he played off of that me? It's impacts on the rhythm.
Aggressive, I'm past the oppressive. My states they want us to stay in to keep us possessive. Laughing, I can't do nothing else but enjoy my lungs working as I'm feeling them swell. With everything necessary helping me to excel.
With everything necessary helping me to excel and exhale. So yeah, he's got the S in there. Sounds dope. But what's my man talking about though?
You can rap with your style, but just speak with a message.
All right, so he's calling y'all out, right? You could rap that way, and most likely you're rapping, bubblegum pop that we expect from you. You could rap like that, but say something, please. You didn't kill 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of these rappers. I could parallel to them. So yeah, you could rap with your style, but speak with a message. If you want to talk about my music, then don't be subliminal about it. Tell me directly. Don't be passive aggressive about it. I like that.
But just speak with a message. When you choose to criticize me, tell me about me. Don't you dare make it passive aggressive. I'm past the oppressive. My states they want us to stay in to keep us possessive.
All right, so once again he rolled off the bar line again, right? So the real sentence is I'm past the oppressive mind state they want us to stay in to keep us possessive, right? But he's doing these cadence breaks a little bit, which is what I could have said the whole sentence, but I have to consider time. So I'm past the oppressive mind state, right? But it could be a double. So I'm past the oppressive. And then we roll into the next word, mind state. So we have 2 sentences. I'm past the oppressive, which is all individuals that are oppressive, which is the initial hater at the beginning of this song, right? So I'm past the oppressive, which would be these haters. And then I'm past the oppressive mind state, which is the overarching problem, right? I'm past the oppressive mind state they want us to stay in to keep us possessive. What does that mean? Being possessed by this negative thought process, this hater energy, right? So he's past his enemies, he's past these haters. I'm past the passive aggressive, right? And then we have a double play for passive aggressive and past the oppressive, right? Very good, man. Very good.
Want us to stay in to keep us possessive. Laughing, I can't do nothing else but enjoy my lungs working as I'm feeling them swell.
All right, so once again, I'm hearing meditation angles in here. Enjoy my lungs working as I'm feeling them swell, right? With everything necessary helping me to excel, which could be, if you know how to meditate, then you can breathe in certain energy, breathe in good vibes, etc. Then the other layer that exposes itself is he's laughing, right? So if he's laughing, he can't do nothing else. The can't do nothing else could be parallel to meditation. I got a visual of laughing Buddha, but also he's laughing at how whack these guys are, right? And his lungs work when he laughs because laughs are just micro breaths, right? Right? So laughing, I can't do nothing else but enjoy my lungs working as I'm feeling them swell. That means I'm breathing, I'm alive. So there's these little miniature bits of life in these bars, if I could say so. So feeling them swell with everything necessary, helping me to excel and exhale. What's a drag that's bad for my health, right? When I initially heard this, I thought he was doing a cigarette play, a drag that's bad for my health, but he wasn't. But to excel something that's bad within you, he is letting out like smoke or negativity, right? There's a visualization technique in meditation where you can breathe in light and then exhale smoke. So exhale, what's a drag that's bad for my health? But then when you hear him say it, he does a type of bend, right? So he's saying exhale, what's a drag and that's bad for my health. So I think he's breathing in good light and he's letting out hell, right? With a play on top of exhale. Sounds white, but nigga, you know what I'm talking about.
You can rap with your style, but just speak with a message. When you choose to criticize me, tell me about me. Don't you dare make it passive aggressive. I'm past the oppressive. My states they want us to stay in to keep us possessive. Laughing, I can't do nothing else but enjoy my lungs working as I'm feeling them swell. With everything necessary helping me to excel. And exhale, what's a drag that's bad for my health?
Exhale, what's a drag? Yeah, you feel me?
It's a drag that's bad for my health. I was scared of patience so long, could never reap shit. Focus on surveillance so long, could never sleep shit. Kept the same cadence so long, never sleeped it. Had to understand my flaws on a weakness. Had to understand that my focus wasn't meanness. Had to understand that my pain wasn't sweetness.
All right, so I feel like this is a pretty general run. He's going to anchor himself on the flow for this entire run. So, the run it back. I was scared of patience so long, could never reach shit. So he's going to go off of the so long, could never reap shit. That's 7-syllable swing. So long, could never reap shit. Blah, 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 blah. So long, could never sleep shit. Blah, 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 blah. So long, never steeped it. And then he's going to roll and do a new cadence in these next series of bars. Had to understand that my flaws aren't the weakest. Had to understand that my focus wasn't meanness. Had to understand that my pain wasn't sweetness. So everything is anchored, but the syllables are not 100% all the way throughout. So I didn't count that whole shit as a cadence because he does change the syllable count in this area. But I mean, it's consistent throughout, right? Rhyme-wise, we got the anchored in rhyme for reap shit, sleep shit, steeped in, weakness, meanness, sweetness. And then we got the internals with of patience, surveillance, same cadence, right? And I put same cadence just because thematically and concept-wise, as far as rhyme is concerned, it matches. It works for me. It sounds good. So I gave him the point for it.
I was scared of patience so long, could never reap shit. Focus on surveillance so long, could never sleep shit. Kept the same cadence so long, never sleeped it.
So yeah, it's just he's using the A sound in cadence, valence, and patience. So I kept it. I counted it. But yeah, what's my man saying?
I was scared of patience so long, could never reap shit.
So scared of patience so long, could never reap shit. So if I was a farmer and I had to water these plants and watch them grow, I simply didn't have the patience to grow these plants. So they died. I couldn't reap anything because I simply didn't have the patience to grow these things, right? Or to even watch my progress in a weird way. Focused on surveillance so long, could never sleep shit, right? So scared of patience, focused on surveillance. There's two angles of this one. Focus on surveillance is watching my crops. So I'm just watching it and it's like, I need to see my crops grow, right? So focused on surveillance so long, could never sleep shit, right? Because I couldn't sleep because I want to see my plants grow. But he didn't have the patience, plants died. The other one is focus on surveillance. Who's watching me? What's looking at me? External things viewing me that I couldn't sleep because it was bothering me, right? And it was on my head all the time. Kept the same cadence so long, never steeped it. So to me, the cadence could be representative of his life. He just kept the same cadence. He kept doing the same shit that he never steeped it. He never went down. Or I kept the same cadence in regards to the lyrics that he's doing right now. So kept the same cadence so long, I never steeped it or never stopped it. You know what I'm saying? Had to understand that my flaws aren't a weakness, right? So his flaws aren't a weakness, his focus wasn't meanness, and his pain wasn't sweetness, right? So he's, once again, these sound like meditative, self-reflective bars that he himself, he's accepting his flaws and essentially graduating out of them in the coming bars. He's like, I'm calling y'all out, but I'm also simultaneously calling myself out through these bars. Fire. What's my man doing though?
Roll on, can never reap shit. Focus on surveillance so long, can never sleep shit. Kept the same cadence so long, never steeped it. Had to understand my flaws on a weakness. Had to understand that my focus wasn't meanness. Had to understand that my pain wasn't sweetness.
Also, flaws aren't weakness, right? People have flaws, but that can be a strength for you because he is perfect. My focus wasn't meanness. So if I'm like, I got to get this done and you talking to me, I'm like, shut the fuck up, get off of me. That's my focus. I'm focusing on getting this done. It's not meanness. I'm not being mean to hurt you. I'm being focused. You're in my way, right? And my pain wasn't sweetness. Now, pain isn't sweet, right? So I had to understand that my pain isn't something that's enjoyable. It's not sweet. It's not good.
Had to understand that my pain wasn't sweetness. Wait, niggas acting like they never sucked at nothing. Yo, we all had to suck nipples to keep our hearts pumping. Don't you gotta suck labia to keep your girl coming? Oh no, that's right. You niggas never sucked at nothing.
All right, so yeah, we got the in rhyme for nothing, pumping, coming, nothing, right? With the internals with niggas, nipples, and niggas again. And that's, I don't know, that's how it felt. It was just like, flow wise, I didn't see anything anchored. You know what I mean? I didn't see anything anchored compared to the other stuff. So I didn't even catch anything as a flow or a cadence. So let's roll.
You niggas never sucked at nothing. Put my all in the gambling that this rambling would see me down a path less damaging than the choices before. Being open to explore.
All right, sorry. On this part, I felt like we was going somewhere with this. Put my all in the gambling that this rambling will send me down a path less damaging than the nanaling. Like, but he rolls off of this rhyme and jumps into a new rhyme and just kind of dances off of this one syllable. Before, explore, decor, core, course, more, right? And the internals with the E sound, so before, being, open to explore, and then I'll play it. I don't want to mess my man's bars up.
Explore, rearranging the core of who I or being open to explore, rearranging the core of who I am at my core, and of course rap and the way it's treated as a core, but honestly I'm really thinking more.
Right, so treated as a core, but honestly I'm thinking more, right? A lot of play off of that E, but he's completely anchored to that one syllable as the main rhyme. And yeah, I mean, he's doing it, he's handling business. But what my man saying though?
Wait, niggas acting like they never sucked at nothing. Yo, we all had to suck nipples to keep our hearts pumping. Don't you gotta suck labia to keep your girl coming? Oh no, that's right, you niggas never sucked at nothing.
All right, so this is an interesting concept. I'll just call it interesting. I mean, we went through all these like self-referential lines and this like deep concept, and to me I feel like we need to understand what he was doing here. Maybe you guys will get it more than I did. So he's saying y'all never sucked at nothing, right? To speak on the idea that men are egoic in their music, and they speak in terms of like, I'm the greatest, nothing can befall me, I don't suck at anything, I'm the best, right? So niggas act like they never sucked at nothing. And his concept is, simply put, you have to suck, right? And he's just using concepts of life. The first line is in reference to childhood, and the next rhyme is in reference to adulthood, right? So as a child, you had to suck nipples to keep your hearts pumping, and then as a grown man, you gotta suck titties to get your girl coming, right? Oh, nah, that's right, you niggas never sucked at nothing. So he rolls back to this line, and he basically closes it, right? So he opens the door, y'all never sucked at nothing. He uses two examples of something you had to suck to be who you are today, and then he concludes that, oh yeah, never mind, you MCs are liars because you apparently never sucked at anything. Whatever, right? This part, I don't know, something about this part, every time I hear it, I'm like, we were going in this, what I felt like to be this mature path. And to me, this whole thing brought it down mature-wise, like 3-4%. But then he goes right back into it, and he goes into some more deep concepts. But I don't know, the whole suck thing didn't work for me, I guess. I'll be honest with you.
Just never sucked at nothing. Put my all in the gambling that this rambling would see me down a path less damaging than the choices before.
All right, and once again, he's rolling past the bar line to finish his punch, right? To get his idea out. So put my all in it, put my all in the gambling that this rambling will send me down a path less damaging than the choices before. That's what he's saying. He has to break the bar line to get the concept together. But yeah, so gambling. So the gambling is simply, I'm putting my all into gambling into this music thing, right? This rambling is the music we're listening to. Put my all into gambling, that this rambling will send me down a path less damaging than the choices before, right? And which brings me back to the beginning of the song. This "oh you gotta hate it" person could literally be a former version of him, right? Since he wanted to take such a high meditative angle, we can look at this in so many directions, you know what I mean? So being open to explore, rearranging the core of who I am at my core, right? So he's making changes, right? Before he wasn't making the best choices. Now he's making different choices. He's being open to explore, right? Change himself, see things differently, rearranging the core of who I am at my core. If I'm decorating myself, if my spirit is a light and my light can be color coded, I can change my decor of my color, right? I can be visualized as a golden light, right? And I can change that gold light to platinum if I want to, right? So I'm changing my decor of my spirit, my essence, right? So being open to explore, rearranging the core of who I am at my core, which is your soul, right? And of course, rap and the way it's treated as a core, right? So he's going to do 3 plays off of core, course, and then chorus, right? And of course, rap. So, well, yeah, rearranging the core of who I am at my core, and of course, rap and the way it's treated as a core. So, like a militia or an army, right? So, of course, rap, and then we got the 3 plays on core. But honestly, I'm thinking more. And I didn't think, in my head, I was thinking he was playing off of Moors, like the actual Moors. Every time I hear the word Moor and you're black, I just have to connect Moors to it. That's just what I do. My bad.
That this rambling would see me down a path less damaging than the choices before. Being open to explore, rearranging the core of who I am at my core. And of course, rap and the way it's treated as a core. But honestly, I'm really thinking more. Like rap more sustainably, the planet needs to love and we treat her bad blatantly. I think it comes from wanting things so fucking hastily, and even more fatally, we pick at each other so distastefully.
All right, so sustainably, right? The end rhyme is actually the 3 syllables, right? Taintably, blatantly, hastily, tastefully, and fatally, right? And then the internals just kind of to me swing his syllable count a bit higher, but they're not connected, right? Like rap more sustainably, the planet needs to love and we treat her bad blatantly. It's like rap more sustainably and bad blatantly are so distant, but it works. I didn't highlight it for a flow because it's not a flow to me. Like rap more sustainably, the planet needs to love and we treat her bad blatantly. I think it comes from wanting things so fucking hastily. So even this, I don't feel a cadence is locked to anything. I think it comes from wanting things so fucking hastily, and even more fatally, we pick at each other so distastefully, right? So we pick at each other so distastefully. So all the internals in this one are very quick. Very quick. But yeah.
Like rap more sustainably, the planet needs to love and we treat her bad blatantly. I think it comes from wanting things so fucking hastily, and even more fatally, we pick at each other so distastefully.
Right, but what's my man saying, B?
Like rap more sustainably, the planet needs to love and we treat her bad blatantly. I think it comes from wanting things so fucking hastily.
All right, so now we're speaking on the greed of the people, how bad we want things, and how back to that patience play, no patience. So we're just taking what we want. So rap more sustainably. I'll be honest, I didn't want to stretch on this. I just didn't know what he meant. So rap more sustainably. If this is a misspell, I try my best not to change the lyrics as much as possible. So yeah, rap more sustainably. I just consume the idea that like rap is something mentally that would be seen as healthy. But if you're not using a W, then just rap more sustainably. Rap better, right? Rap in a way that we can, keep this going. The planet needs to love and we treat her bad blatantly. I think it comes from wanting things so fucking hastily. So it's just the greed of the people on this earth, right? And even more fatally, we pick on each other so distastefully, right? So we're just the issues of the world brought out in some bars. To me, it sounds like a meditation, man. Just sounds like a meditation.
Things so fucking hastily, and even more fatally, we pick at each other so distastefully. Putting the emphasis on shit that stays when you deceased. Leave it behind for the people left behind and the seas. Don't leave it up to me, because with my first decree, I'd seize 2 car keys. If you have 3, have trees with place where your second house be. Displeased from the wants of shit that you don't need. I'm displeased.
All right, so right here, once again, this is the only time I felt there was a flow or like a cadence. But the rest were just like we dancing off the syllables. If you dance off the syllables, then, I would highlight a consistent cadence there, but it's not that he's dancing off of these syllables. Or I said it twice, didn't I? it's like he's playing off this individual right here, and he's just finding ways to make it stand out. So putting an emphasis on shit, right? So we got the is sound bouncing around. Putting an emphasis on shit that stays here when you decease. Leave it behind for the people left behind in the seas. Don't leave it up to me, because with my first decree, I seize 2 car keys if you have 3, right? So he's just anchoring himself with this individual syllable. It's not a lot of like triples and quadruples and nothing like that. It's just one syllable. We gonna dance with it, right? And then this here is the one flowiest part of the whole thing, right? Leave it up to me, because with my first decree, right? So that's a 5. Leave it up to me, because with my first decree, I seize 2 car keys if you have 3. So if he was gonna match this cadence, he would have been like, if you came with 3, right? To go with the 5 syllables. I'd seize 2 car keys if you came with 3, and it would match with leave it up to me with my first decree, right? But no, he's gonna impact you. I'd seize 2 car keys if you have 3. Have trees replaced where your second house be. Displeased for the wants of shit you don't need, right? So yeah, he's just kind of smacking you with the ones. But I'm not seeing a whole bunch of ribbity flows type shit. It's like just hits and like individual hits.
Rap more sustainably, the planet, but it won't stop me. Rap more sustainably, the planet needs to love, and we treat her bad blatantly. I think it comes from wanting things so fucking hastily, and even more fatally, we pick at each other so distastefully. Putting the emphasis on shit that stays when you decease. Leave it behind for the people left behind in the seas. Don't leave it up to me, because with my first decree, I seize 2 car keys. If you have 3, have trees with place where your second house be. Displeased from the wants of shit that you don't need. I'm displeased.
Yeah, I'm just checking for the swing. To me, it's just he's smacking you with that one. But what is he saying though, right?
Pick at each other so distastefully. Putting the emphasis on shit that stays when you decease.
All right, so he's putting an emphasis on shit that stays when you decease. Your spirit, maybe the music that you leave in this world. If you're making horrible music and you just left the world with a bunch of songs about shooting people on drill beats, it's not something that you would want to leave behind, right? It's not much of a good look for your legacy, right? So putting an emphasis on shit that stays when you decease, he's talking about his own music and yours as well. Leave it behind for the people left behind and the seas, right? So I was thinking the people left behind that has died, or when you die, right? When you're deceased and you leave your people behind on this planet. So leave it behind for the people left behind and the seas. The seas to me was the currency. I was thinking currency, like the current wave of music, or the seas represents like, yeah, the current sea of music, right? Because I didn't know what the seas was associated to, unless you're like metaphorically referencing, you know, death or the underworld, maybe like Atlantis or some shit. Like they say underwater is symbolic of like something like that. So yeah, don't leave it up to me, because with my first decree, I seize 2 car keys if you have 3. So I'm gonna take more than I want, right? I'm taking 2 if you got 3. With my first, and he did a 1, 2, 3, didn't he? Yeah, my first decree, I seize 2 car keys if you have 3, right? Very good, very good. Have trees replaced where your second house be, right? So I'm thinking he's just saying, you don't need a second house, right? I'm gonna replenish the earth. So have trees replaced where your second house be. Displeased, right? So I'm gonna diss your pleading. You're gonna be pleading like, please, please, I need these things. I need my house, right? He's gonna diss your pleas for your wants of shit you don't need. I'm displeased, please, right? So we got the plays off of displeased, and they're 2 different contexts. So yeah, holla at your boy, man. You know what you're doing.
We'll do it. And even more fatally, we pick at each other so distastefully. Putting the emphasis on shit that stays when you decease. Leave it behind for the people left behind in the seas. Don't leave it up to me, because with my first decree, I'd seize 2 car keys. If you have 3, have trees with place where your second house be. Displeased from the wants of shit that you don't need. I'm displeased. Please. But it won't stop me coming off so cocky with my mentality. I have to skate through conversations like it's hockey. Keep me far away from the sake. Try to sock me, you the puppet, I'm the hand, bitch. Where's your body of work? Cam, you a jerk, nigga.
All right, so right here, I just wanted to highlight this moment. Where's your body? So the main cadence we running off, right? We got the end rhyme with cocky. So stop me, cocky, hockey, socky, sock me, body, hardly, got me, godly, potly, right? So he's dancing off the 2 syllables, but we have this 4, I think, like it's hockey, from the sake. Yeah, keep me far away from the sake. Try to sock me. Where's your body? nigga hardly, feeling godly, and it's partly. So he's going off the 4-syllable swing, and he's anchored to this 2-syllable end rhyme. And then he's just gonna throw in some internals that work. So nigga hardly, feeling godly. So we bent feeling and nigga to match. But here, this is what I was talking about though. So where's your body of work, right? And he kind of like he just throws that part in because he wants to throw the play in, right? And the way the play came in, it's like the cleverness, right? So where's your body of work? Cam, you're a jerk, nigga hardly. So he jumps off the main flow that he was anchored on to do this like slight jump off. Then he jumps, right back onto it. So where's your body of work? Cam, you're a jerk, nigga hardly. Work hard on my craft, got me feeling godly, right? But yeah, so we got the body play to work, jerk, and then he goes back to hardly. Some simple internals here and there with mentality. Had to skate through conversations like it's hockey. Keep me far away from the sake. And that's it though. He keeps it straightforward. I'll be real with you.
But it won't stop me coming off so cocky with my mentality. I have to skate through conversations like it's hockey. Keep me far away from the sake. Try to sock me, you the puppet, I'm the hand, bitch. Where's your body of work? Cam, you a jerk. Nigga hardly work hard on my craft, got me feeling godly, and it's partly due to the fact that I'm precise and quick.
And then yeah, he just goes into a whole new situation, a whole new rhythm. So what's my man talking about though?
But it won't stop me coming off so cocky with my mentality.
All right, so now the egos have surfaced. Remember, I felt like early on in the beginning of the song, he's on the acid, you know, that's only if he's had too much acid in his bass. But the concept in my head was we're going to go into that direction. So it won't stop me coming off so cocky with my mentality, right? To me, it's just, oh, let me talk my shit now, right? I have to skate through conversations like it's hockey simply because I feel like he feels maybe more wise than his peers, more exalted than them maybe. So with my mentality, I have to skate through conversations like it's hockey. Maybe some conversations just aren't his bag. Maybe he sees negative people and haters. Maybe he's still talking about that hater that he brought up earlier. So I have to skate through conversations like it's hockey. I highlighted skate and hockey just for the connection. Keep me far away from the sake. So don't get me drunk because I'm gonna talk my shit, right? He's coming off cocky with his mentality, so you definitely don't want him to drink, right? So keep me far away from the sake. Try to sock me. So we got to play off a sock here. Sock. So keep me far away from the sake. Try to sock me. You the puppet, I'm the hand, bitch. Where's your body? So the play here is try to sock me. I'm thinking of a sock puppet. You put your hand in the sock and you make a sock puppet. So if you try to sock him, you're the puppet, I'm the hand, bitch. So he's going to take control of this and win the fight, but also the visualization of you're a sock to him. You try to sock him, he's just going to make you his puppet. So try to sock me, you're the puppet, I'm the hand, bitch, right? So if you're the sock, he's going to sock you. Because if you were the sock puppet, you know what I mean? The visualization is this. You're the sock, right? So you try to sock me, you're the sock. I'm going to put my hand in there, I'm going to take control of you, pause. And then the follow-up from the puppet to hand to body of work, right? So try to sock me, you the puppet, I'm the hand, bitch. Where's your body of work, right? Cam, you're a jerk, nigga, hardly. Work hard on my craft, got me feeling godly. And it's partly due to the fact that I'm precise and quick. So the feeling godly and the precise and quick to me connected. So I just felt like that was the best way to do it though. But look at my man, he's doing work, he's working.
You won't stop me coming off so cocky with my mentality. I have to skate through conversations like it's hockey. Keep me far away from the sake. Try to sock me, you the puppet, I'm the hand, bitch. Where's your body of work? Cam, you a jerk. Nigga hardly work hard on my craft, got me feeling godly, and it's partly due to the fact that I'm precise and quick. Spit so good one day I made myself quit. Took a hit, misplaced my wit, came back to it. Working so hard recently, I know I will fit. This pristine from the factory, what if I do kid? So good with the punches, no need to kick. So wavy with the brushes, no need to pick. Words were true like bullets, no need to stick. Oh wait. Fuck your shtick without.
All right, so. Once again, still off of that one syllable, he's anchored on it and he's dancing on it, right? It's not sheet rhymes. It's like just ones and we're throwing ones at you with some internals. So yeah, quit, hit, misplaced, my wit can't miss. Wait, there we go. Spit so good one day I made myself quit. Took a hit, misplaced my wit, came back to it, right? And then from this point forward, he's going to anchor himself to this 2-syllable flow, to it. Da 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 will fit. Da 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 do kit. Da da da. So good with the punches, no need to kick. So wavy with the brushes, no need to pick. Words protrude like bullets, no need to stick. So 1, 2. No need to stick. Yeah, that's a 4. So swinging off the 4-syllable cadence all the way through to the end. So he started with 2, and then he added more syllables, and then he rides it all the way out. Pause. So yeah, so good with the punches, no need to kick. The wavy threw it off. That's why I didn't connect this cadence though. So it was 1 syllable here, and then we jumped to 2. If it was another 1-syllable word, we would have done good. So good with the punches, no need to kick. So blah with the brushes, no need to pick. But he said so wavy, and he broke the cadence. So that's why I only anchored it on the end. But yeah, matches with punches, brushes, he got it. The E, recently I know will fit. This pristine from the factory. What if I do kit? Now he does something interesting. He really works hard on matching the very end of a word, where I see like some MCs will try to match from the beginning to the end of the word. He typically matches at the end of the word, which is interesting. So yeah, let's run it, man. You know what it is. What's my man? No, actually we'll run this whole thing back because I like the flows dope.
Spit so good one day I made myself quit. Took a hit, misplaced my wit, came back to it. Working so hard recently, I know I will fit. This pristine from the factory, what if I do kit? So good with the punches, no need to kick. So wavy with the brushes, no need to pick. Words were true like bullets, no need to stick.
That's nice. Sounds dope. Sounds dope. But what's my man saying though, man? What's he talking about?
When I'm precise and quick, spit so good one day I made myself quit. Took a hit, misplaced my wit, came back to it.
All right, so spit so good one day I made myself quit, right? I mean, that's just a braggadocio bar. You know, he's just saying I'm so dope at rap that I made myself stop doing it. That's actually pretty funny. So spit so good one day I made myself quit. Took a hit, misplaced my wit, came back to it. So the hit he took was punching himself. But I still keep seeing this shadow mirror concept. So I don't know if he's still talking about the hater that he brought up at the very beginning of the song. I mean, the song is called Oh You Gotta Hate It. So spit so good one day I made myself quit. So I thought that shadow person from the beginning was the one that quit, which was the mirror concept I had earlier. If you want me to keep it simple, he basically spit so good he heard his own music and said, I can't keep up with myself. This is incredible. So spit so good one day I made myself quit. Took a hit, misplaced my wit, came back to it, right? So he lost his wit. I guess he took a hit, wit flew off of him like some sonic rings or something like that. He had to re-get him, right? Came back to it, came back to his love of the game. He quit and he came back. Working so hard recently, I know I will fit. This pristine from the factory, what if I do kit? So pristine from the factory, right, is like the freshest, right? This whole shit is the freshest. So he's working hard. I know I'm gonna fit in this puzzle. I know I belong here. This pristine from the factory, what if I do kit, right? So that's me. I'm the kit. I'm the fresh as it can be. So I just thought it was the freshest kit. So good with the punches, no need to kick on some ball rock shit, right? He don't even need to kick it because he's punching y'all so hard. So wavy with the brushes, no need to pick because he doesn't have an afro. He's wavy. He's brushing it down. No need to pick. Now, so wavy with the brushes also, I believe, is the art, right? So the brushes, art brush, etc. Words protrude like bullets, so no need to stick, right? Because the stick is the gun. So the words are protruding like bullets. He doesn't need to shoot. He doesn't need a weapon. He doesn't need a gun. And then the stick shtick, I just think he tried to, associate stick and shtick. It worked.
Spit so good one day I made myself quit. Took a hit, misplaced my wit, came back to it. Working so hard recently, I know I will fit. This pristine from the factory, what if I do kit? So good with the punches, no need to kick. So wavy with the brushes, no need to pick. Words were true like bullets, no need to stick. Oh wait. Fuck your shtick with all these falsified raps. You are a myth, kin to the Loch Ness. My shit so popless, it comes off as harmless. Till you bite, realize that it's monstrous. Ended up a car kiss, getting fed on by vultures. Now they're conscious to the status.
All right. So once again, we got the 3-syllable swing, but we are anchored on one. We are still on 1 syllable. So with, myth, kin, ness. He's doing a 2-syllable bounce, but he really is anchored on 1. It's a 3-syllable slide, little 3-syllable flow cadence. R.A. myth, so popless, monstrous. It's monstrous. Now they're conscious, right? I might have accidentally highlighted it's. It's monstrous. No, it's still the 3. It's still the 3. So yeah. But as far as him anchored to the 1 syllable, he's just dancing around, and the internals just emphasize that 1-syllable rhyme further. So kin to the Loch Ness, my shit so popless. comes off as harmless. So off is harmless with the internals. And then a quick little internal with the I sound. Till you bite, realize that it's monstrous. Ended up a carcass, getting fed on by the vultures. Now they're conscious. Yeah, so I like how he's playing off of that. But my man's going really hard. Like, we're almost 4 minutes. Like, I think we're at 4 minutes into the joint.
You're a shtick with all these falsified raps. You are a myth.
Oh yeah, so what's my man saying though? Let's get into it.
Fuck, you're a shtick with all these falsified raps. You are a myth.
All right, so falsified raps, fake raps, but a false rap is a false story, a fake story, right? So with these fake stories, you are a myth, a fake story, kin to the Loch Ness, right? So you are a myth. You are related to the Loch Ness monster, right? Which is you don't exist. Your rap stories aren't real. You don't exist like the Loch Ness monster, right?
You are a myth, kin to the Loch Ness. My shit so poplistic.
All right, so his shit is so popless, right? So the music is not pop. It's popless. It doesn't pop in any form at all, right?
The Loch Ness, my shit so popless, it comes off as harmless. Till you bite, realize that it's monstrous. Ended up a carcass.
All right, so it comes off as harmless, right? I'm popless, so I'm definitely not bubblegum pop. It comes off as harmless, right? Oh, I could beat him, I can tear him apart. Then you bite his style, then you realize this is the most ridiculous style I've ever consumed. Then you realize it's monstrous. The monstrous is a connection to the Loch Ness, but he is flipping it on you, saying he's the real monster, right? So till you bite, realize that it's monstrous, ended up a carcass, getting fed on by the vultures, right? So we got a visual of vultures eating your dead body, which is also another visual to getting bitten and eaten off. So you bite off and eat off of him, you're going to end up dead and getting bit up and eaten off of by vultures, or the culture vultures of this here genre of rap. And now they're conscious. Now this, I didn't highlight it, but the idea is simple. They're conscious because they bit off of you, right? Or they bit off of Swell, who's the exalted one. And then once they bite him, they get killed by his monstrous energy or whatever, you know, they consume his shit. He dies because he's just so brilliant. They end up dead, getting fed on by the vultures. Now the vultures are consuming this incredible light of Swell through the dead body of this opponent here. And now they are conscious to the knowledge. That's how hard he went on that.
You bite, realize that it's monstrous. Ended up a carcass, getting fed on by vultures. Now they're conscious to the status and the scope of the uni. They fly just awkwardly flapping their wings. See me novice, circle back cause they have a promise to contribute cause they're harnessed in space through the earth.
All right, so yeah, he rolls off of the main rhyme that he had to go back to this one syllable earth. So yeah, fly just, novice, promise, harness, right? And then he's gonna roll off a harness, just jump to earth, right? And once we're on earth, then it's just earth. Serve, birth, worth, heard. So he's just kind of rolling off real smooth. The internals are really quick too. Status and the scope of the uni, they fly just awkwardly, flapping their wings, just seeming novice, right? So the playing off of the E sound, the status in the scope of the uni, right? The status and the scope of the uni is they fly just awkwardly, flapping their wings, seeming novice. Oh, I missed the E, my bad, yo. But yeah, uni, awkwardly flapping their wings, seeming novice. Circle back because they have a promise. So we got the status, flapping, and back. Status, flapping, and back because to me, connect, but it's not flow. It's not a flow match to me. So I didn't highlight it for that. Because they have a promise to contribute because they're harnessed in space due to earth. And he just completely rolls off of it though, right? You know, it's style, it's all style. But yeah, he just rolls off a harness and jumps to earth. And then after that, the only time we see another internal is I'm sick as 6 feet, nigga, when I watch your birth, right? Really dope, really dope.
To the status and the scope of the uni, they fly just awkwardly flapping their wings. See me novice, circle back cause they have a promise to contribute cause they're harnessed in space through the earth. While we act like we deserve birth, I'm sick at 6 feet, nigga, watch your birth. Was broke while realizing my worth. Who is that? Oh, you haven't heard?
Shit, you haven't heard? See what it'll do, baby. But my man saying no.
Been fed on by vultures, now they're conscious. To the status and the scope of the uni, they fly just awkwardly flapping their wings. See me novice.
All right, so to the status in the scope of the uni, right? So to the status in the scope of the universe, right? They just they fly just awkwardly flapping their wings, seeming novice. Like I'm trying to perceive the idea that they say they're fly, but they can't fly. They fly awkwardly. They're just flapping their wings, right? The flapping of the wings could also be somebody talking about nothing. So to the status and the scope of the unity, as they fly just awkwardly flapping their wings, seeming novice. It's a weird tongue twister. Circle back because they have a promise to contribute because they are harnessed in space due to Earth, right? So if they're harnessed in space, they are due to land on Earth or to be on Earth. In the status of the scope of the universe, they're just flying around awkwardly, right? Just in the cosmos of space. They circle back because they have a promise to contribute because they are harnessed in space due to Earth. So my idea is they're just flying around thinking they're like, you know, a superstar, when in reality they're not. They need to bring their ass back home, which is back on Earth, right? So they are due to Earth, right? Not due to the cause of Earth that they're in space, but they're in space and they are due to report to Earth. And then while we act like we deserve birth. So it's like we have an entitlement phase after this whole lost star situation, right? I'm sick, it's 6 feet, nigga, watch your birth. So he's sick, we got a corona play, it's 6 feet, nigga, get back. Watch your birth. Now, birth, I thought was like the edge of a ship or a part of a ship or something like that. I didn't know what in relation to what birth he was talking about. Was broke while realizing my worth. So we got the juxtaposition of being broke, but knowing you are gold, right? Who is that? Oh, you haven't heard? His worth is see will do. Who is that, right? So was broke while realizing my worth. Who is that? Oh, see will do. You haven't heard. Let's roll, man.
To the status and the scope of the uni, they fly just awkwardly flapping their wings, seeming novice. Circle back cause they have a promise to contribute cause they're harnessed in space through the Earth. While we act like we deserve birth. I'm sick, it's 6 feet, nigga, watch your birth. Was broke while realizing my worth. Who is that? Oh, you haven't heard? Shit, me too. Me too. Oh, no. You talking about that nigga? Oh, no, that's C will do. Yeah. No, that's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's not a lane. It's a man with the man. It's C will do. Hey, y'all probably would say C will don't or come at me like you won't cause you scared of the shit. Then you get mad when I start blaring and shit. Then I pass it to the squad like I'm airing and shit. And I pass up on the blunt cause I'm airing and shit.
So he passed it to the squad like he's airing the shit. Blaring and shit because he's loud. You can hear him. So I feel like, you know, he was just... did you freestyle that? I think he probably like freestyled the end of it or something like that. But yeah, man. Dude, C-Will doing a lot. C-Will has done it. C-Will's complete. This shit flames, man. You really handle business on this one. You could really tell this man loves what he does. I like his perspective on it. It's not some dude on some braggadocio-ish. It's actually someone trying to vignette good stories, good perspective, and try to make it as creative as possible. So yeah, man, shout out to C Will Do. He has done it. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. Thank you for contributing, C Will. Sorry for the delay. As for everybody just getting their personal breakdowns, if you made it this far in the video, it's coming. We're rolling them all out throughout the month. And we really want to get back to artists, like the actual artists, man. I want to cover some people, but the copyright situation is just unfair. I mean, I'm not gonna do a whole full edited video and have it blocked again. That like broke my heart. So anyway, you will see better results in the future, y'all. We're gonna keep it going. Tell me what y'all want. More ARTs, more personal breakdowns, or just more real breakdowns. But for now, we're gonna keep it moving. If you guys are interested in getting your song broken down in a similar fashion, hit me up at lyricology101mail@gmail.com or Instagram, lyricology101. Hit up your boy and let me know what y'all want, man. I'm gonna do everything I can to keep the channel afloat. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. If you like what you're seeing here at Lyricology 101, please share, please like, subscribe. This has been Lyricology 101. I'm Andre Gaynor. And don't forget, where the art is. Much love, y'all. Peace.